Y'all got any questions?
No, I'm just checking this all out.
Just checking out. What's up, man? What's your nationality, bro?
This is my tribe right here. But it's not Cuban though. It's incorrect.
What is it?
It's Massachusetts. It's a little different. But it's Manasai. It's the same thing.
What you mean, like but your people come from Cuba?
Nah.
Where your people come from?
Israel.
Israel? What part of Israel?
Israel that's here.
Manasseh. Okay, but what do they call your people on this side of the earth?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts? That's a native tribe?
Massachusetts state named themselves after our tribe.
Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But this is how the tribe is pronounced.
Okay, Manasseh.
So Algonquin language is the same as Israel language, the same as Hebrew language.
Yes, sir.
My language is very similar to this.
Okay. So y'all,
it's interesting.
Y'all down here from Boston now?
Yeah, from Maryland. You got it.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah, it was just interesting to see that.
Yeah.
I saw it earlier. I was like, yo, that's crazy. It's got our tribe on it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I've been looking into the Algonquin and this. What is that other tribe? What are the other tribes like in New York? It's Algonquin. What's right in New York though?
Algonquin is still
Shinnecock.
But they're all Algonquin still.
But they're all a part of the
Algonquin. Is a language.
Yeah.
There's only one Algonquin tribe there in Canada.
Okay, but the language group is Algonquin. Because I like on the north, because I'm from the Northwest. In the Northwest, the language group that all of them kind of
they're Anishinaabe out there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you talking about West Coast?
Yeah, West Coast. You have the Salish tribe out there.
Yeah, coastal Salish. Yeah.
Exactly. That's where we got the totem poles, the Seahawk, all that.
Yeah, I know all those brothers.
Yeah.
You're talking about like the
Wamish, Quileute, Squamish.
No, exactly. Because I'm from Washington. That's the name.
Yeah. The Wamish and all that. Yeah.
Nisqually.
Yeah, Nisqually.
A lot of times Nisqually recently.
Okay.
I was on a salmon walk not too long ago. He was on a walk with them. From Seattle all the way to San Fran, 2017. I walked that walk. Yeah, with the Anishinaabe.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That's
good stuff, man. It's good.
And I know, brothers, that's the name from out in California and things like that. And then I moved from San Diego where they got what is what is the tribe in San Diego? Damn it.
Yeah, what's the tribe in San Diego?
It's damn, I know this thing off the top of my head too.
They got the Keynotes also. You know the Keynote tribe?
No, not them. It's Kumeyaay. That's it.
Oh,
the Kumeyaay tribe.
Kumeyaay.
That's the name of that tribe.
You got the Keynote tribe in your area. You know the Keynotes?
No, what's that?
Keynote tribe.
I never heard.
It's the biggest tribe in Washington State. They got
in Washington. Okay.
Yeah, they got the most land.
Okay.
And they're the ones with the 120-foot totem pole.
Where they at in Washington?
About in Nisqually.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not too far from this.
Yeah. I'm from Tacoma, so we got right in Tacoma. You got the Puyallup Reservation is right.
Yeah, I know. I was stationed in Fort Lewis.
Okay. That's how my family even got there. Fort Lewis.
Oh yeah, somebody was in the military.
Yeah, my grandpa. My father born right on Fort Lewis.
Yeah, I'm from Tacoma. Okay. And that's what the Nisqually tribe is.
Yeah, okay.
Fort Lewis belonged to the Nisqually.
Okay.
So what's happened now is the Nisqually have been squashed down into one little area. Right next to the impact area.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Right. But these are the tribes of Washington State.
Okay.
Right.
But our nationalistic designation is called Titicate.
Okay.
So our designations, the way that we do our nationalistic stuff, like our nation status, it comes from the land base in which your home village is.
Okay.
So we have 198 different villages within Massachusetts, but my home village is Titicate.
Okay.
Because my grandfather, who was the chief of the tribe, I serve as council chief now, but my grandfather, he served as council chief, and when he did, the national designation was Titicate. So on the old documents that you can pull from the Vatican from the 1621, you can actually see there that it says Massachusetts country or Titicate country, opposed to, like a tribe. We didn't even use tribe, but Matakeesit would be my race.
Okay.
I'm considered Matakeesit as my race, but my national designation is Titicate.
It's crazy because literally we were just talking about it before you walked over. I was talking about how they got over 900 different, what they would say tribes, but everyone got their federal recognition.
Yeah, they only got 565 federally acknowledged. But there's thousands that are unacknowledged, and every single last one of you guys standing out here comes from one of those tribes too, that are unacknowledged by the feds, but acknowledged by the Creator, which is more
what
important.
You're saying is,
but there's thousands that are unknowledged, and every single last one of you guys standing out here comes from one of those tribes too, that are unacknowledged by the feds, but acknowledged by the Creator, which is more important.
What you're saying is, basically, you're acknowledging that we all go back
absolutely
to Israel. That's
absolutely. But everybody thinks Israel is somewhere else. That's also another problem.
What are you saying? Are you saying
this
Israel
is
in America?
This is Israel.
Why do you believe that this is Israel?
I'll tell you why I know that.
Okay.
Because 10,000 years ago, they found an ancient rock from my tribe, okay? And it was very prehistoric. It was about 10,000 years old. And the language on there is the same language as the Hebrew language, right? But also, what's interesting about this rock is that the story is the story of the Jewish high holidays, but it's ours. And then they replicated the story of the Jewish high holidays off of our actual documentation on the rocks. The story's off the rock.
Okay, which I'm familiar with that. But the thing is, what I would call in the question is that is 10,000 years old. And the reason why I call in the question is we got to take a look at the dating methods that they use. Right.
No, we're not using their dating.
Exactly. We got to deal with our own history.
Yeah.
Right.
So if they dated at 10,000,
yeah.
I got to say, well, does our history say 10,000?
Right.
Because
yeah.
I don't believe our history coincides with it being that old, but certainly that's an authentic Israelite.
Because you have to look at the framework, the framework on how they measure. See, their mathematics is not the same as our mathematics.
Exactly.
Their science is not the same as our science. Even their social economics is not the same as ours.
That's right.
Their understanding about land ownership is not even the same as ours. You know, so you're right about that. You're actually right on point with that. Yeah, absolutely, man.
What's your name, brother?
Yeah, Chief Wampanoag Wampatuck, man. Real pleasure, man.
Right?
Yeah, real pleasure.
From a chief to a chief, man.
Yeah.
It's good to meet you.
Pleasure,
What's your name, King?
Pleasure, man. Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
What's your name, brother?
I'm Sergeant at Arms.
Elder, how you feel?
He's our tribal chief justice. He runs our tribal court for our tribe. But it's all good, man. You guys keep building.
Definitely, man. Beautiful. Glad to meet you, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Good to see you guys.
Well, yeah, we all are from the same school of thought, but you have.
Yeah, it was interesting, man, because we're from Mass, but we went down here and we saw a whole group of brothers out there building and stuff.
What's going on with Judah, the tribe of Judah?
The tribe of Judah? Well, the tribe of Judah is who we're looking to raise up in the last days. And the reason, because, like I say, matter of fact, give me Zechariah, matter of fact. Judah, the bow, and arrow, you know what I'm talking about? Because Judah's rise is key to the rise of all of us, right? Because as we see, Judah, the African-American man, has been subjugated and have kind of been in a docile state. And then all of us are kind of in a docile state now. Why? Because the Lord has set him up to lead. So we're looking for him to spring in action. That all of us is going to follow that lead. So read that.
Zechariah 9:13. When I bent Judah for me.
He said, I bent Judah, right? Read.
Filled the bow with Ephraim.
So Judah like the bow, but the arrow is like Ephraim. You see what I'm saying? Right? So what's the bow do? He spring the arrow into action. So that's what we're waiting for Judah to rise up to spring the rest of us into action. Read.
And raise up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
He's going to raise us up against them. But we waiting on Judah. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Now all this, that's why all these things are going on to Judah. They're supposed to be wake-up calls, but they only waking up a little bit. Right. Police gun this man down to do this or that. Some of them wake up here and there, but Judah kind of, they say they're like an old lion right now, right? So the old lion, he ain't like the young lion that want to get out there and play with the prey. He's just chilling. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the main reasons why we coming out here. It's the purpose of rousing Judah up. So waking all of us up, but especially rousing Judah up, because we just gonna follow the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like my family come from Haiti, right? So after we had our revolution, we came over here to America trying to tell the brother in America, listen, we just did this. Y'all can do it. We can all do it. Let's do it.
Because of the power and the strength of the Haitians,
of course, yeah,
they've been cursed by all Europeans forever.
Of course,
to never have nothing.
Never have nothing. Yeah. And that they still robbing us there to this day. But even before,
that's why they cut every tree off the
deforce us. Yeah,
that's why they try to subjugate the people, because they're real warriors. Yeah, exactly. They stood up.
And the UN tried to step in and say, when we recommissioned our army a couple years ago, the UN tried to step in and say, no, y'all can't just make an army. Yes, we can make an army, but that's what they're definitely afraid of, us having an army. Go ahead, Elder.